I might have to turn my fan on. It's getting a little toasty in here. Whew. So I'm like a rock star. Hey y'all, it's Kidizen, and it's Sunday. I have probably 11, 12 orders to ship. So I thought it might be fun for you guys to ship with me, and I'll show you exactly what I do to get my orders out. I've had a lot of people over this past weekend say, I'd love to pick your brain. And I just don't know what you don't know. And I only know what I know. Deep Thoughts right there by Kidizen. But I thought maybe I would just ship and talk, and maybe you guys could glean a little information from it. I do have my trusty bug spray, wasp and hornet killer for those murder hornets, it's hard to say, that attack me in the garage all the time. It's dangerous work being a reseller. Really is. Wildlife. Nature. Dang nature, you scary. All right, so I've got 11 orders to ship from eBay. I'm gonna put my sleeves up. And I have one Facebook Marketplace order so far, and it's not unusual that as I'm shipping, new orders will pop up. So I've got my computer turned around so that you can't see customer information, just to kind of keep that private and confidential. But when you pull up your selling dashboard, there is an option in eBay to click on awaiting shipment. And when I am adding things into eBay, so when I'm posting things for sale on eBay, I give them an inventory number. And typically what happens is I'll take an empty tote and I'll sit down at the couch, usually while I'm watching other people's YouTube videos, and I'll add them into eBay and I'll give them an inventory tag number. And then I put that in the custom SKU field in eBay, so that when it sells, it tells me exactly where to find it to ship it. And then that way I don't have missing orders or missing items. So I just kind of scroll through. It looks like it's mostly clothes, which is not unusual. All right, so we'll just jump in somewhere. We're going to do this Cuddle Duds. It looks like it's a duster. It's supposed to be an L48. Let's see here. L48. Here she is. And I make sure that they're already poly bagged. I don't know if you can see that. And I've checked it over to make sure that it's, you know, no flaws, things like that. I turn my little handy dandy digital scale on. I would suggest, if you're just starting out, to get yourself a good scale. Throw it on there. Okay, it's under a pound. So I'm going to try to package it in such a way that it doesn't go over a pound, so that I can ship it first class. That's going to be the cheapest way. So at 14.7, I want to just do a thin little poly mailer. And I've heard some people say that they add an additional piece of tape. I'm not about that life, so throw it on there. Boom. 15 ounces. So some people do their shipping in like a bulk way. They go through and they measure everything, then they just buy all of the shipping at once. I do not, because I don't trust myself. If I had somebody to help me, maybe, but I like to do them one at a time so that I don't accidentally mix anything up. And there's been a recent change for whatever reason. The default shipping method is usually going to priority mail, or sometimes I've seen it on FedEx. I don't know why, but just be very careful with that, that you're not choosing a more expensive way. All right, so I pull it up. I've got it defaulted to my Rollo printer. I hit enter. Boom. There it is. I would show you, but it's got somebody's address on it. So I just peel it, stick it on my package, and then I have these bright rainbow IKEA bags. And this is where I put my packages. And my postal carriers know when they see the rainbow packages that that's for them. I schedule pickups as well, but because I have so many things coming in, FedEx, UPS, Amazon, they know the rainbow belongs to the post office. Then I have this handy trash bag just hanging on this ladder, and I throw my trash in there. So ta-da! One order shipped. All right, let's go to the next one. Now this one was actually inside. I had a bunch of Star Wars stuff I had gotten from an auction. And at one point I wasn't ungated in Star Wars, so I had posted them for sale on eBay instead of Amazon. Now I'm ungated, so most of my Star Wars stuff is going to be found there. But for whatever reason, I didn't post that one there. So because this is more of a collectible and it's really light, I always save my boxes. This is from Walgreens. And I do buy boxes from time to time, but I try not to. I buy big rolls of bubble wrap, and I get those on eBay. Maybe I'll make links to everything that I'm talking about. I'm just gonna roll this little guy up. C3PO, it's like a Lego riding system. Fits in there very nicely. If you wanted to, you could throw a couple air bubbles in there, which I also keep from all of my incoming deliveries. And I'm not really a hoarder, y'all, I promise. But I try to reduce, reuse, recycle. Isn't that they're $3? Get yourself a tape gun. They're not very expensive at all, and they just make doing your packages so much easier. I will also say you can get free labels to use with your Rolo on the FedEx website, the UPS website. They're just 4x6 labels. And I'll just go through and cover up any of the old information that was on it from when it shipped to me originally, just to make sure that there's no confusion. Just like that. And I do use 2-inch clear tape. I'm thinking of trying out 3-inch clear tape. A little bit heavier duty, but I have so much of it, I'm just going to use what I have. All right, so let's weigh it up. 9 ounces, which is good. You want to be under a pound. Like I said, the default's wrong. It defaults to priority, so we're going to change it. And there you go. If I wasn't standing here talking, I could probably ship it in less than a minute, I'm sure. Okay. How about I don't rip up the label? See, now y'all get me confused. How about I print it again? Throw that away. Maybe I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. Maybe that's the problem. Thank goodness for undo and reprint and things like that. Without them, I don't know how I would get anything done. Okay. Throw that in there. Alrighty, let's see what's up next. Definitely get your free labels. UPS, FedEx. You can buy them as well, but who wants to do that? All right, hover covers. You guys remember my hover covers early on in my reselling journey? I bought 3 pallets worth of hover covers. And this is all I have left, you guys. This is it. It's coming to an end, which is kind of sad because I've really sold a bunch. I've sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hover covers. They came in these types of boxes right here. You can tell they were returns. This person bought 3 hover covers at $9 a piece, $9.99 a piece. And then I had like a 30% discount if you bought multiples of 3. So they save 30% off of this. That's cool. I do have a little tape dispenser here. I don't think you guys can see it, but it looks just like a Scotch tape dispenser. I got this off of eBay and it's pretty handy dandy. I put my eBay tape in there, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't love the eBay tape. I think it's kind of weak sauce, but it's fine for light stuff like this. And I think October 1st, we set a new quarter at eBay. So if you have a store, remember to use your free supplies coupon. Measure that up. So it measures exactly 1 pound and 11 ounces, but I am going to go ahead and add an ounce to it. It's not going to make a difference, really, but just to be safe. And this one defaulted to FedEx. Weird. I'm going to change it to USPS. And we're going to print the label up, and it's ready to go. Comment below if you find this interesting or if you think it's boring. Just trying some different stuff with you guys. Ready to go. There's your package. Okay, let's see what else we have. Next up is M28. It's a set of bras. Most of these clothing items and intimates, things like that, I got them from pallets. And, you know, I have maybe $1 or $2 into them. I always try to use the smallest poly mailers as possible. For lots of reasons. So you just don't waste in material. You can fit more in a package or in your bag. And they're a little bit cheaper usually when you get the smaller sizes. They cost a little bit less than the larger sizes. So this weighs 9 ounces. Technically it weighs 8.2 ounces, but we always go up an ounce just to be safe. And that's it. Boom, printed. And this particular roll of labels that I'm using is from the UPS website. If you have a inkjet printer, so say you're just printing out like on 8.5 by 11 sheets on an inkjet printer or laser printer or whatever, you can get, well, I guess what would they be? 8.5 by 5.5. It's like 2 labels on a sheet. And they're labels from UPS for free. And that comes in handy for those of you that don't maybe ship a ton and you use your laser printer. S9 is up next. And where did I get my fancy dancy shelf system back here? My husband built it. What a sweetheart. He knew exactly what I wanted, and it's worked out perfectly. And maybe when I talk to him later, I can have him tell you how he built it, because I have no idea. So this one is a great example of something that's a little bit different. These are pants without any packaging. They're over a pound. And you can kind of learn as you ship, like what weighs a pound or under. You'll get there. For the clothes that weigh over a pound, I always use these padded flat rate envelopes from the post office. These are on back order right now. It's another tip too. If you have a lot of materials that you use for free, you might want to, can you see that up there? You probably can't. You want to make sure that you have a good supply of those things, because especially during the holiday season, they'll run out. So then they'll be on back order, and then if you are really dependent on those, it makes it tough. The reason that these are so awesome is whatever you can fit in this envelope ships for a set price. And I think it's different depending on what level you are in eBay. So for me, being a top rated seller, I think I pay $7.52, maybe something like that. But if I had a 20-pound item that I could fit in there, it would work because it's a flat rate. And yes, guys, I know I'm going to hear some comments about using regular flat rate paper envelopes. I have those as well. And it's a little bit cheaper, but I don't love them. Plus, I have to tape down all the edges because I don't trust them. So it's just a lot easier for me to use the padded flat rate envelope. And they're free. They're free from the post office. I might have to turn my fan on. It's getting a little toasty in here. Whew. So I'm like a rock star. But what was I talking about? Padded flat rate envelopes. You cannot use those for first class mail or medium mail or any of the cheaper things. You can only use them for when you're purchasing postage for that particular envelope. So just keep that in mind. You definitely don't want to put the wrong item in there because I don't know what happens. I don't know if you get charged more, if it gets returned, or if you'll get a smack on the hand. I'm not sure. All right, next up is address Y15. And these things are in order. So I do have them in numerical order. Just makes it easier. All right, that's at 11. This one. And I'm sure, guys, there's probably an easier way. So don't watch this video and say, I'm going to do it just like Cara DeLynn because that's how she does it. I do it in the way that has been easiest for me as a one gal operation. I have to make sure that I'm doing things in a sustainable way, in a way that I'm able to scale my business up. When I was using just the inkjet printer, shipping took so long. Now that I have this handy dandy Rolo, my life is a lot better. Very easy. All right. So that's shipping in a nutshell. Where do I get my supplies? eBay if I have to pay for them. I try to save my boxes, save my packing material for void fill, in free supplies from the post office, UPS, FedEx. And go ahead and create accounts on all of those things because it's free, first of all. Look for M4. Why wouldn't you, right? And you can schedule USPS pickups for free. I used to have a UPS man that was amazing and wonderful. And he had given me his phone number so that I could text him when I had pickups for UPS. And I would just like make him cookies. And then he got a new route, sadly. And my new guy, he's very nice, but I have to pay $11 every time I schedule a pickup. So I typically wait until I have a lot. Like if I've got an inbound Amazon shipment or something like that, that's when I'll schedule UPS to come by. If it's just a few things, then I will go ahead and drop them by the local UPS store. And I've heard you can drop off UPS items at CVS as well. I've never tried that. All right, now this is 2 orders, but they're both in the T bin, so T1 and T8. Pull those. And if you have FedEx items, you can ship those from Walgreens, actually. T1 and T8. And maybe you're young and you've got a great memory and you're like, I can remember all of this. You know, I can ship all my orders at once through the bulk shipping tool. Do it. Do you, honey. I mean, you gotta live your best life. Me, I know my limitations, and one of them is memory and having too many things going on at once. I get distracted easy. It's hard for me to focus sometimes. Go ahead and diagnose me. Does that mean I have ADD or something? I also get obsessed with things, obviously. This has been the project that I've stuck with the most, so I guess that's a good sign. One thing I do need is something to hold my labels. I know Commonwealth Picker uses toilet paper roll holder. I just usually roll out a few labels. But that's an outstanding item I need to figure out a solution for. I'm hoping later on that I'm able to do like a little, almost like an interview with Jason, because I think it's more interesting to have him ask questions to me and have me answer them instead of me just talking to the camera, because I feel like I get a little rambly just going on and on and on. But maybe you like that. I don't know. I would love to start, see, here's where I start getting distracted. I would love to start like a little reseller community kind of thing just for this area, for people, you know, who live Southern Indiana, Louisville area. Maybe we can meet up, have coffee, just kind of talk about the challenges that we're facing, some places that we're able to source around here. I'm big about sharing information. I don't think you should necessarily hoard information or, you know, lock it down and not share. There is plenty out there for everybody. I don't think by me telling you where I buy things that it's going to tank the price. Of course, I do that wisely, but we should all say what our failures and successes are and learn from each other, because there's not necessarily a degree you can go to school to get to be a reseller. We're looking for A23. So it comes from experience, talking to people, gaining knowledge, learning, and you don't have to know everything about everything. That's the neat thing about reselling that I've found. If you're just starting out, maybe you need to start with your area of expertise. If you're really into video games, or if you're really into collecting, I don't know, stuff. I've never much been into like collecting things, but start there. Start with the things that you're knowledgeable on and start reselling those things. Start reselling things from your own home. Things that are sitting around that haven't been used. Things that have a zero cost of goods because it was just something in your home that was no longer needed. Start there, learn the ropes, and then you can start to thrift. That's an inexpensive way, or go to yard sales to get things without a lot of money starting out. And it's fun, it's treasure hunting. I mean, I enjoy doing it now, but it's not something that I depend on for my business. It's more of a hobby. I like to go thrifting. Look at liquidation. But don't go into debt. Just build. When you make a profit, reinvest that. And just constantly turn your profit into more inventory, right? And that's how you can slowly build. I think last month I did around 5,000 on eBay and probably another 2,000 on Amazon, around 650 in just one yard sale weekend, and a few thousand probably locally through Facebook Marketplace and through my group. Join my group if you want to. It's called Mother Flipping Deals. Just came to me in a stroke of genius. You can join it. You can buy things from me. It was meant to be sort of for my friend group and for local people, my subdivision, my neighbors. But it's kind of morphed and grown and grown and grown. That's where I post my pallet stuff first out of the gate. And you can absolutely join on Facebook if you want, Mother Flipping Deals. And buy stuff. I guess I could ship it to you. No problem. That's it. I've shipped. So with me talking, we're at 26 minutes. I've got a full bag here. It's got some boxes in there. I also have another bag. And this is my UPS packages. It only has 2. But there's certain things I ship through UPS, especially on Mercari, bigger items, because it's just cheaper. And that's it. So it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now. I'll probably just chill, hang out, cook dinner, and then usually around 10 p.m. I'll come out and finish out all of the evening orders, schedule my pickup, put it out on the porch, and start all over tomorrow. All right, y'all. It's been nice visiting with you. Join Mother Flipping Deals. I appreciate y'all. I've missed you. And let me know what kind of content you want to see. I don't put makeup on often, but when I do, I'm going to film a video. All right, bye, y'all.